Hello everyone and welcome to Stan the Wine Man TV. I am your host, Stan Rattan, and this is the Blue Collar Wine Show. Remember, wine is not a mystery, it's just a beverage. And today, Super Bowl coming up, got the 86, it's Miller time on Sunday. Very excited. This town is nuts. Everybody's so excited. The Seahawks are in the Super Bowl. You know, what are the chances of your hometown football team making it to the big show? So we're excited about that. And a lot of us are going to be having big parties at our house. We're going to be drinking beer and booze and watching the game and having a good time. But have you ever thought of having a bottle of wine during the Super Bowl? Now, I talked to a couple of guys at the store. I said, I'm going to shoot this video today about best wines with Super Bowl food. And they go, who would drink wine for the Super Bowl? I said, well, you know, actually, I did last playoff 2 weekends ago. I had a bottle of wine. It's actually a little healthier for you. So if you're concerned about your health, and I know there's a lot of you out there that that's all you drink is wine. So what wines would you match with typical football fare? Today I got some chips, I got Fritos, I got Ruffle Lights, I've got 5-layer dip or some sort of layer dip, some avocado dip, and some Totitos salsa con queso, so it has a little spice to it. What kind of wines would you pick to go with these foods? Well, I've got 4 wines that we're going to see how they do with the foods. We're going to start with a Syrah. I think Syrah is a good play because Syrah is, you know, it's a little bigger fruit-wise, a little mellower, has some nice elements to it. Sometimes it's smoky, so it would go with those little smokies that you have. That's what I should have brought, some little smokies. What was I wasn't thinking. Anyway, I didn't bring them. So here we go. We're going to start with Cline. Let's back that off just a little bit. Cline. Cool Climate Syrah. It goes for about $14. You might get it less some other places. And it is a 2011 Sonoma Coast, Syrah. So let's give the wine a little rinse. Yeah, I know there's massive parties. Everybody's been talking about what they're going to do during the Super Bowl. I think the store is going to be dead during the game. I'm not working Sunday, thank goodness. I have an assistant who doesn't get into football, so I'm kind of excited to have the day off. So let's see how the Syrah matches up with each one of these foods. We're going to do a little ruffle action first off. Should probably give Ruffles a little bit of love. There you go. I like the lights. They work really good. I use those a lot when I'm tasting wine just to kind of cleanse my palate. So let's start off with the 5-layer. It's got a little salsa, sour cream, cheese, beans. See, that makes it's very nice. I'm not going to be able to spit during this one. That would be kind of ugh. Oh, by the way, my prediction for the game Sunday is Seahawks 27, Colts 24. I hope I'm right. You know, I really love Peyton Manning. He is such a good quarterback, but sorry, man. Are going to win. All right, let's see how it goes with the guacamole. Now you see the 3-bean dip is nice because this is just a really full-bodied. I love the Cline Cool Climate Syrah. It's just got this nice boysenberry and, you know, fruit flavors. It's got good weight, so it'd match up with the spiciness of some of these meals. Let's try it with the guacamole. Good guacamole. We sell it at the store. It's called, give these guys a little love, Holy Guacamole. So, pretty good stuff actually, like it. Gonna get a couple more chips here. It's nice. It buries guacamole a little bit, but you'd expect that. But it matches nicely. I mean, none of the spiciness of the guacamole certainly doesn't overtake the wine. The wine has tremendous flavors. I love it. Really smooth, really delicious. So both so far pretty good. Let's try the cheese dip with the extra spiciness. Always love this stuff. So this has, you can feel that hot peppers thing going on. Changes the finish on it a little bit because the heat is still there in the back of the mouth, but it doesn't bury the wine. The wine holds up to it. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. And if you're having ribs or chicken wings, even hot chicken wings, this would work nicely. The heat, this is actually a fairly warm salsa con queso, so it's a fairly warm dip. Not maybe as some as a hot wing, hot, and really if I were you, have a beer with your hot wings, if that's the direction you decide to go. But for this type of thing, that Syrah works nice. So, Syrah and SuperBowl Food, good play. Now let's move on to the Barahonda Barrica 2011 Monastrell-Syrah blend. And this is from Spain, Yecla, Spain, which is south of Madrid. So there you go, Barahonda. Yeah, okay. This rolls in at $15. And I don't think anything with Monastrell, or we often refer to it as Mourvedre, although Jancis Robinson in a recent book said that was the original name for the grape, was Monastrell. So don't get confused when you see that. It's just Mourvedre. Mourvedre is often used in the Rhone Valley. It's one of the major grapes of the Rhone Valley. It's used in Chateauneuf-du-Pape, Côte de Rhone from time to time. We have a Vacqueyras we're going to taste with that. So there you go. And what I like about Monastrell or Mourvedre from Spain is it is definitely bigger in style with the way they do it in Spain. And Mourvedre is really one of my personal favorite grape varietals. So this has a nice brightness on the nose. A little bit of dust. Some berries. Definitely like a brambleberry nose. Yes. And I like the Barahonda. It's always been a really good seller at the store. Even has a little map of Spain on the back. That's kind of cool. There you go. Okay. Let's switch over to Fritos. Oh. I'm using some wine bottles to back up the bags. Fritos got to be one of the biggest SuperBowl foods, wouldn't you think? Yeah, I think so. So let's go for see how the Fritos with this Barahonda. We'll dip into this, get down into this really good here. Good stuff. Let's see how it goes with the wine. Same as the Syrah. This one's a little bit more fresh on the palate, not quite as round and smooth, but it's really good. It has a spiciness to it. Yeah. It's not overpowering. It's got good weight, just like the Syrah. And you can get, this is a $15 Monastrell-Syrah blend, but you can get some Monastrells from Spain for, I should have grabbed one, but I didn't have time to get it, but they get $8, $9, sometimes $10. So yeah, definitely look at Monastrell as a play if you want to drink some wine on SuperBowl. Let's go for the guacamole. I like it. Nice matchup. Hey. My dogs. Somebody must be coming up to the door. Anyway, nice matchup. Now we'll go to the Conquesa. A little spicier. Let's see if this Monastrell holds up. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it's a nice matchup. You know, like I said, this is a little spicier, but you know, the wine has enough weight to really, you know, kind of blend and meld. That's what you want to do with foods. You want to make sure the wine doesn't overtake the food, and the food definitely overtake the wine. You get a nice balance. You can taste the wine, you can taste the food. Everything kind of falls into harmony. And you know, it can be difficult with salsas and things like that, but it's a doable thing, and certainly both these wines so far match up nicely with these foods. Okay, I think it goes without saying that you have to include a Zinfandel, and with any sort of Super Bowl food. Great with little smokies, great with ribs, great with, well, we'll see how it goes with these things. I don't know yet. This is one of my favorite kind of everyday Zinfandels. Peachy Canyon Incredible Red Zinfandel, Paso Robles, 2011. And I just think for the money, it's $14, and it just is a really, really nice Zinfandel. Let's give the glass a little rinse. So don't feel cornball like a cornball because you want to have wine with Super Bowl. It really, it's a beverage that you can drink with almost anything if you match it up correctly. And we are going to try this Zinfandel. I love Zinfandel. Is one of my favorite. That's, if you look at my cellar, if I go to look for a Zin, I usually can't find one because I drink them all. I love Zinfandel. I heard a wine critic one. This has a little bit of a rubber boot on the nose. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, just a hint of that rubber beach ball thing going on. Raspberries, cherries, currants, it's all there. I like it. Bella, stop it. Stop. I'm trying to film here. I don't want to hear you barking. Just a second, I'm going to let her out. What is it? Sorry about that. She was just going to sit there and bark at the door. Okay. We're going to try the Zinfandel with the layered dip. I don't know how many layers it is, 7, 5, whatever. Good stuff. Olives, onions, salsa, sour cream, beans. I just put it in the microwave for about 1 minute. See how it goes with the Zin. Perfect. What can I say? It's a great matchup. If you like Zin like I do, this bottle will definitely be around my house during the Super Bowl. It's funny though, I'm the only guy drinking wine at the Super Bowl. Does that make me a wine nerd? Probably. It just is healthier. You start drinking that hard stuff. Woo! Got to work on Monday morning. How many have to work on Monday morning after Super Bowl? Don't want to feel rough. So now we're doing the guacamole. How is this going to match up with the Zin? Very nice. Zin's a little bit This Zin is a little bit overbearing on the backside, but you know, it might be a little bit much for the avocado dip. I think that, you know, of course you're going to enjoy the Zin. It's washing away the flavors, although they still hang on the back end, so I'm going to take a little bit of that away. I think, yeah, you know, I can still taste the avocado after drinking the wine. That's a good sign. They're not awkward together. I just think the Zin is so powerful on the palate that you really take away the flavor of the guacamole while the wine's in your mouth. So let's try the spicy cheese dip. It's kind of like drinking jalapeno flavored Zin. It's actually pretty interesting. It doesn't conflict. I mean, I'm not getting this like nasty, you know, flavor in my mouth, and that's really a sign that they don't go together. Is if you drink them and it's like, what did I just put in my mouth? I hope I'm not eating with my mouth open. My wife's always giving me a hard time. Sometimes I'm trying to be aware of it. So sorry if I am. Let's do this one more time. I think this is very interesting. They don't conflict. Now, I've never done this before. I've never really thought about. I guess sometimes when you're a wine guy and you do all this, you do a lot of advice and counseling on food and wine pairing at the store level with customers, and you just automatically reach for a bottle that you know will go with those foods. You don't really give it that much thought. So this is the first time I really sat down and said, okay, how well will these wines actually pair with the food, and actually give it some thought process. Love that Zin, and it went with all three of the foods. I still get a little heat, so it doesn't neutralize the heat on that conquesa dip, but good play. I like it. Now the last wine. One I've just discovered recently. Excuse me. Okay. This is a Vacqueyras from Fontimple. And Vacqueyras is a region in southern Rhone, not too far away from Chateauneuf-du-Pape, which a lot of us are familiar with, and just borders on the south end Gigondas. And it's predominantly Grenache, which I think will work, especially from this region, because of the type of soil, the rocky, sandy soil. The Vacqueyras, which is primarily, I said, Grenache, maybe a little bit of Syrah and a little bit of Mourvedre. Actually, this is, they have it on the back. It's Seigneur de Fontimple 2010 Vacqueyras, 65% Grenache, 21% Syrah, 14% Mourvedre, or Monastrell, as we talked about. You know, blends are a huge thing right now. And it's funny how people just, you know, work so hard to get blends. Not work so hard. They just clamor for blends from California, from Washington. But in my store, it's like, hey, let's go over to France, you know. Côte de Rhone blend, Chateauneuf-du-Pape blend, well, Vacqueyras blend, Gigondas. Well, Gigondas usually is not always super. They tend to lead in a. Never mind. I lost my thought. Anyway, these are blends. Bordeaux's are blends. So I try, you know, I work hard. Come on, guys. So Vacqueyras is a tremendous wine. This is a spicy little wine. One of my favorites, and it rolls in at $17. Let's see what we get on the nose. So it's got a little bit of that stink action that you get from some French wines. A lot of currants and like brambleberry, you know, like blackberry and boysenberry, things like that. Get a little bit of tobacco. Let's see how they match up with the foods. Gonna switch back over to the Frito land. Let's do the dip. Fritos are so awesome because you can just scoop so much into them, especially the Frito scoops. Good dip. That's really nice. That is really nice. This is smooth, delicious, it's spicy, it's got that cherries and boysenberry and blackberry flavors to it. Nice stuff. So far so good, we're doing okay. That's good guacamole. You know, this wine is so good, I think it would go with just about anything. Except for, you know, you don't want it. Chicken it might not be too good with because it would just overpower it. Actually, not so much on the avocado. It seems to have a little conflicting on the back end. Changes the flavor profile just a little bit. It's not terrible. It's, you know, it's okay. I could do it. It certainly wouldn't bother me too much to have these together, but not really my favorite matchup on the avocado dip side. You excited for the Super Bowl? You gonna watch the Super Bowl? Hey, if you want to, make a comment. It's your last chance for the score, the final score. Do you disagree with me? Are you a Bronco fan? Are you the superstitious, believe in the year of the horse, Chinese New Year, year of the horse, Broncos? No more. Ever since Boston Red Sox beat New York and broke the curse of the Bambinos, those things are gone. They're meaningless. Did you know, I think it was over the last 10 years, the team that beat Philadelphia Eagles at home, the team to beat the Philadelphia Eagles at home, I watched this on SportsCenter. I don't know if it's 10 years, but it goes back quite a bit. The first team to beat the Philadelphia Eagles at their home field during the regular season, during the Philadelphia's first regular season game, won the Super Bowl. And you know who it was this year? It was the Chargers. So there you go. Forget the year of the horse. Doesn't matter. Okay. Well, got talking. Got to get busy here tasting. See, that's perfect. I knew this Vacqueyras would go with that cheese dip because they're both really spicy. The heat doesn't bother it. They mesh together nicely. Good play. Hey, all four wines. The only real conflict I saw was the. Let's try it with the ruffle. See how that goes real quick. Guacamole is pretty strong stuff. I like it. Like I said, it's okay, but even with the ruffle, it still has a little bit of an interesting kind of bitter component on the backside. So, if you're doing the Vacqueyras, skip the avocado dip. It might put you off a little bit, but for the rest of them, it goes perfectly. You know, I hope you have a great Super Bowl day on Sunday. I hope you have a great weekend. I really appreciate you watching my program. I enjoy teaching, learning. I learn too as I'm doing these things. I'm having a good time. I love it. Go Hawks! Here's to keeping the snob out of wine. Thanks again, and have a great weekend.